feels like it's been something that has followed Max around even since he joined the Toro Rosso seat, of his, maybe like a sort of Formula 3 driving style of more sweeping movement and just more aggressive, but still in a safe, controlled manner, just because of the skill that he has. But that idea of pushing the limits of the rules, it seems like something that Max really exemplifies, and also probably has been one of the reasons why he's been able to achieve so much. It's that looking to do the maximum that is allowed, which I guess is what you have to do, right, when you're faced with those rules.
I think if you look at any elite sportsman in any sport, they raise the bar, they challenge everyone around them. They make it a very difficult job to try to police them from time to time. Max is a pure 100% racing driver as is Lewis. And what we saw last year was a titanic battle, and I hope that there's many more of those to come.
And are there other categories of racing or motorsport that particularly catch your interest outside of Formula One, or is it just not something that you have the opportunity cost to pay attention to?
No, I've been a huge MotoGP fan since I was a kid.
We cover MotoGP on the show. We do a lot of MotoGP on the show. So
absolutely. I mean, I'd say in the old days when Eurosport covered it and it was on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it was what most of my weekends were spent doing. It's a little difficult now, to be honest. Formula One's too full on, 23 races. You're away half the year. It's very difficult to follow it right through to the end. But I have a huge passion for that, for karting. Still think karting's an extraordinary sport in itself. I know it's only seen as a stepping stone to Formula One, but I would encourage anyone who's never been to a top level kart race to go, because that is extraordinary. And I kind of follow motorsport all the way through, historic motorsport. I'll always be at the revival, Goodwood revival, if I can be. I think I just genuinely love it as a sport. My father introduced it to me when I was a child. I think I was in the grandstands at Silverstone when I was 2 years old. And I've grown up with motorsport in my blood, and that includes being a member of the British Racing Drivers Club. It's something I'm tremendously proud of. My father's actually the ambassador for that club as well. So I think you're talking to a fan who's happened to have ended up doing the most. I wanted to be a driver, but I'm quite happy with how my
as did Christian, of course. He wanted to be a driver. That's amazing. That's really cool to hear, I think, for people listening, to understand that even with so much experience and so much understanding of the way the sport really happens versus the way it's presented to people, that idea of being a fan for it doesn't change and probably grows even from your experience, that you don't lose that passion for it.
No, I think the day that you lose that passion for the sport, the day that the traveling, taking your shoes off in another queue at another airport, taking your laptop out, it's belts this week, or it's not belts, or this, that. I think the moment that stuff gets to you, and I've had lots of conversations with people at that point, that's the time to stop doing it. So you leave with a wonderful history behind you and a set of wonderful experience. You leave before it gets better, and I've just been very lucky. I'm as motivated about this season as I was about my first season, and I'm still tremendously proud to be a part of this team and proud to hold the job that I hold in Formula One. And I know nothing is forever, so while it lasts, I'm going to enjoy every minute of it.
That's amazing, Jonathan. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I think we can end it there. We've covered so much, but this has been a real treat for me, just personally, to get that level of insight. And I think for the people listening, they'll really benefit from all the different things you've talked about. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and it's been nice. I don't do these things very often, so I've enjoyed doing it, and I just encourage everyone who has a passion for Formula One and who wants to work in Formula One to never give up on your dream. Just keep pushing, keep sending the letters in, use whatever tool you've got in the toolbox to get your foot in the door.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Jonathan Wheatley. And that's it for this interview section of the episode.